you're like, hey man, it's late, like I got work tomorrow, and I'm like, nah, it's fine. I kick my feet up on your couch and start eating your food. You're gonna be mad, and you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna call your local law enforcement and say, hey, there's
they're gonna remove you from the home.
Trespassing on my couch, and they're going to remove me from that situation.
No, you're going to have to just get out, or your friend, if they're strong enough.
But what if he refuses to get
So what you're proposing? Hold on. I like her argument. Hold on, let me talk, please.
That is not my argument, by the way.
Her argument is
that is not my argument. Let me speak. That is not my argument. If somebody has their visa.
Yo, quiet down.
Okay, wait. Because every time. What?
Your mic is so close to your mouth. I actually have to lower you. I'm actually gonna have to lower her to 40%.
What?
Yeah,
I'm lowering her to 40%. It's so loud.
Yeah, like not to like dogpile, but you are like kind of loud. Also, like I agree with you, but
am I loud? Am I loud from here? Am I loud from here?
No, you're chilling. You're good.
Am I loud from? Okay.
That's perfect.
So
yeah, that's much better.
All right. So if somebody has their visa and they haven't overstayed, right? Let's say they try to extend their stay, right? And it's going to the court. Is that wrong?
No, if they're legally following the process to extend their visa, that's fine. But if, let's say your visa expires on the 28th and you're here the 30th, you're not allowed to be here. But if it's like the 13th and you file in advance and you're following the law, that's fine.
Yeah, because
you're doing it properly.
You're doing it the right way.
You think that immigrants should just immigrate here the right way? Is that your point?
That's immigration. Anything else is considered trespassing.
I have some problem with the legal ways.
Everybody thinks that.
I fundamentally agree. Yeah, I mean, I think we should restrict legal immigration slightly.
If you have a visa,
you think you should restrict legal immigration slightly?
To an extent, yeah.
Why? Wait, why would you want to restrict legal
immigration? Okay. So, do you think it's fair to say that people who come here from Somalia or Germany are different cultures that treat women differently and have different outlooks on life?
You're generalizing.
We're talking about assimilation.
No, that's not generalization. Like, just go to that nation. I think you should only allow people into your nation who would benefit your nation.
But
how do you choose who and who doesn't benefit your nation?
Wait, I love this comment in the side chat saying, mind you, this country is called the land of the free, yet people can't freely come.
It's not
facts.
Open server. It's land of the free for Americans, not for the world.
Yeah, there's this thing called it's free for Americans, and if you want to become an American, file some papers, bro.
You have to renounce your allegiance to your
country.
Yeah. You guys let her talk?
Yeah, can I just talk without being like shouted?
There's two of them in here now.
Anyway, yeah, so whoever said that there should be a restriction on legal migration, I don't think it's fair for someone who isn't the native population to feel like.
Okay, so you're British, right? Let me say this. You're British. Have you noticed a decrease? Have you noticed a decrease in the quality of life in UK? Yes, because legal immigration. That's legal immigration that's ruining the UK.
Okay, can you be quiet for like just 1 second? I didn't finish my point.
Sure.
I was saying that it's not fair for you to feel a sense of ethnic nationalism. You aren't the native population, right? So now we can get on to...
That's not what I said. It's not a DNA thing. It's about culture.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
a lot of these cultures treat women really poorly, and I don't think we should bring those people to a.
I mean, yeah, but how do you?
No, wait, please. Let me just respond to him. Right, so now you're trying to blame the depleting quality of life in the UK on immigrants. It's actually to do with Brexit.
It has nothing. Okay, is Brexit the one who's assaulting all the women in the streets?
Assaulting all the women.
No,
yeah, do you,
migrants.
Lady, let me put this into perspective from you.
Why are we talking?
Why do you think the signs in the Why do you think the train signs in the UK are in Arabic now? Is that because of Brexit? No.
No, that's
a mass
okay, do you know?
Okay, so let me put this out here.
America invited immigrants to come in, if anything.
Yeah, legally.
Also, we're a country of immigrants.
Settlers. They invited settlers. The land was not tamed.
Yeah, and then
which land?
What do you mean it wasn't tamed? There was people living here.
It was empty. It was empty though. There weren't skyscrapers.
Oh, whoa! No! It was not empty. There were people living here. There were societies.
I understand there were natives, but there were also a lot of areas that just really weren't.
Name one false thing I said.
I mean, yeah, that's.
I can show you the train station.
Yeah, but you're changing what you said now. You're saying it was like open, and they're saying, well, there was some land. Like, yeah, obviously there's some land there. But like what you're trying to say is that like, oh, there was nothing going on here, so it was free for the taking. Look, I'm not someone that's gonna argue like, oh, we need to give the land back to the natives. I think that's dumb. But like, at the same time, like, like there were people here that had like societies, even if they weren't like comparative to ours.
Like, for example, when the United States continued the Indian Wars, because we inherited the Indian Wars. I'll give you one guess from who. She's sitting across from me. All right, the British are the ones that gave us the Indian Wars, right? We inherited that from them.
Actually true. I mean, not wrong.
Yeah,
Right,
thank you.
what is he even on? What?
That's just true. That's just true.
History.
I mean, I'm only siding with them because I hate British people. So. No! Brother. I'm so mad. These people were like so not fun to argue with. Is there anything going on? Convince me to be pro-choice. I see that's a debate, but I missed what time. I missed the time, bro. At 12 a.m. on the dot.
Yeah, and I do like how
candidates are still doing well in the primaries, but
yeah, I feel like he's definitely lost support on like. It's like you have it.
That's kind of the trip Antarctica, and you know they're all pretty smart. Because it's just trees, and it's just trees.
Super hard.
Well, it's like.
No, so I would.
Man, I can't believe I keep getting voice chat banned. What time is it? 58. I got 2 minutes. 2 minutes and we're getting back and arguing with these morons. Ugh. Dude, there's like so. I don't know how. That was probably the longest run I had without getting like banned. Cause like I feel like you slip up on like the smallest word. I don't even know what I said that got me banned. Oh, it's cause I think it's cause I said I hate British people. That's so stupid. Ethnic European pride. I think that's such a non-European thing to hear. Cause Pro-choice needed. Then we can meet on the other side. On the other side. Hey. This is a journey that island. You can see that if it's real to you. Then we can meet on the other side. Let's see. Hey, we're unbanned. Alright, this should get some buzz. Let's see. Dude, it's been like all... I feel like this should get it going. Cause like, I've been trying to do like Trump debates all night. And, they already left. I've been trying to do Trump debates like all night, bro. And like, it's just impossible. Cause all you get is grippers. And they just agree with you. So it ends up becoming like, what are we doing? It's like, what are we doing, dude? Hold on. I know what to do. I know what the issue is. I gotta... Hold on. Down. Let's hope this name doesn't get... Yes! Doesn't get banned. Dude, I've been trying to do these debates like all night. And as much as I love... As much as I love arguing with gripers, they just all agree with me because I'm trying to do Trump stuff, and they like all of them agree with my points, but we just agree for different reasons. And I'm like, I don't feel like getting into a JQ debate like on Roblox, dude. Like, I'm not doing all that. Damn, they got high health. Everybody got high health. Holy shit. Whoops, I missed. We got nobody in this area. I really want to do a Jan 6 debate, but maybe I can do that. Honestly, I think that's the move. Oh, bro. I can't even use, like... I can't use nothing, dude. Diamonds are forever. Alright, screw it. We're hopping in the server, because this is going to take too long. They won't leave in the night. I've no fear that they might desert me. Diamonds are forever. I like doing the midnight show one. It looks cool. It looks so cool. It just looks so cool. Ugh. I highly doubt we'll get anybody, but you never know, you know? This needs to stay installing. Oh. I need to stand up and stretch. It sucks too, because I was so close to having a January 6th debate, and that stupid lefty. Oh, good, I'm muted. That stupid fucking lefty, like, moron was, like, not only throwing me off because I was just getting so pissed at what he was saying, but, like, I was like, dude, if this dude wasn't, like, rambling his ass off, I could for real, like, hold up a serious argument right now. But I had to deal with that BS. And I was like trying to coach him and he just would not listen. I'm like, bro. I'm like, you could be making so much better points if you just shut the fuck up and listen. Oh, I don't even gotta grind up any because I ain't even smoking it yet. I ain't even smoking it yet. Where the people at though? Where the people at though? God. Your tears don't fall, they crash around me. The contents calls get me to come home. Your tears don't fall, they crash around me. The contents calls get me to come home. Oh. Cheers. Alright, we gotta join something. As much as I hate it, I like owning the server. But I'd imagine so did everyone else. Debate economists. Oh, I'm a host. Sorry to... Oh wait, I'm muted. Damn, I was muted. Sorry about that. This is not my premise, just to be clear. I did not put this. I joined it and then they left. And all I was gonna tell him was that his premise is wrong. Cause it's just begging the question. Oh, what's up? Yeah, I don't know what this dude was on, cause I think this premise is so stupid. I have noticed that it's either like someone who's clearly in high school or like a 7-year-old. I was gonna say, I'm just gonna try and get people onto this one and help me pick something, because I've been trying to do Trump arguments all night, but shit, God, That was so rude. How rude of that woman. Anyway. What's up? Alright, what are we talking about? Okay. Yeah, there's no way that kid was older than 5. Man. I thought this was the 18 plus servers. What is going on? Brother. Is that the problem? Brother. I feel bad that I'm like wasting, like, Instagram live keeps crashing, so I only have so much time. Wow. It took me forever to put this, and even then I hate this name. Oh, he left. Brother, I'm fried. I don't know what I'm making this name. Yo, y'all gotta help me. What am I naming this? Because I've been sitting on this for like 15 minutes now. Hold on, let me bring people in here because I need. You guys gotta help me pick a topic because I'm like lost at this point. No, I like. What did I say that in the description? Yeah, I'm actually a liberal. No. What? Bro, yeah. That's awful. I'd honestly rather you Honestly, no. I don't agree. I would rather you be a conservative than in the middle, because then at least you're more grounded and don't have like nothing beliefs. I probably don't agree with your beliefs and think some of them might be unfounded, but like at least you're not like a fence rider, if that makes sense. Because I think really this is what people mean. Like someone who will like. Well, I mean, I'm at this point. I'm just looking for whatever people want to talk about. But what I mean is like, usually when I've talked to people that are in the middle, it seems like they kind of pick and choose what they want to like believe. So like it can fall on like based on like how good it looks on them or like who they're talking to or something like that. I do think there's people that are probably in the middle politically. Although I don't, it's probably like pretty rare. Yeah. Have you? Yeah. Have you heard of horseshoe theory? It's basically the idea of like that you could think of like the political spectrum as like a horseshoe, and that like the farthest left and that the farthest right ideas end up kind of mirroring each other just from different perspectives. So that like I would say if you're like I would say like if you're far right, you're almost far left. Yeah, like yes and no. Like they would probably want a lot of like the same things, but like for different reasons. So like someone on like the left might want like really strict gun control because of like I don't really know because I don't really like care about like progressive gun stuff. I think it's dumb. I think we should have our guns. But on like the other hand, someone on the right might want strict gun control for like majority population. So stuff like minorities or restricting it to like certain religions because like I mean I'm not trying to attribute this to you, but like a lot of the people I've talked to seem to be of like the Catholic ultra nationalistic type, if you catch my drift. But yeah, I think like generally the both sides kind of like want the same things but for separate reasoning. I'd say probably like mainly like Trump stuff because it's like what I'm the most informed about. I've done like some abortion debate, or I probably shouldn't say the full word, but like I've done some of that, but like outward. I've done some of those, but like they're also like any time I've listened in on one, it's like the most painful conversation to listen to. Because that kind of discussion is like a lot more philosophical than I feel like people take it. What's not a thing? Yeah, that's definitely like happened. I feel like I've noticed that over time for sure. Like especially today. Like I said, I've been trying to do like Trump stuff, especially like all day today. And like what I've noticed is like every time I get someone, they're like, "Yeah, I agree with you, but like I don't think he's doing enough." I'm like, "Yep, that's kind of what I expected." And it's like every now and then I'd get someone that like was kind of like on my similar side of like politics, and they would just like sit with me for a minute, and like literally every time someone would come in, it was like the same thing over and over. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's lots to debate about, like, necessarily, like, that's also more so, I'm talking about, like, the extremes of, like, the two sides of politics. Like, the vast majority of people that are, like, on the more normal side, like, it is a little more, like, complex because, like, it can come from very fundamental differences. So, like, I would say, like, the majority of, like, um, I would say more so conservatives than Republicans, because I'm sure Republicans are like a little bit different, but like majority of them are usually like Christian, and then like a lot more Democrats or secular, or yeah, secular, or whichever one it is, which can like come from different or stem from very different like moral standards and beliefs. So like abortion being like a really big like split, I feel like, between like the two parties, because they're coming from very different foundational levels. Oh, alright, word. No, he told me. Yeah. I don't know, cause like Roblox has like really weird voice chat rules. No, you can't say you. Yeah, you can't say like the J word. Like that guy's username in the chat right now. You can't say that. Oh yeah, forgot a moderator. Let's get him in here. You said that with confidence. What were we just talking about? Oh, well, I mean, we were talking about horseshoe theory, and oh, he left. Oh, yeah. No, I knew as soon as we got into like an actual political discussion, I knew exactly where it was going. Yeah, anybody who has like a name or like some sort of skin thing affiliated with that like religion, or like I don't even know if you can say this one, but like the I country, the one in the Middle East that's very controversial. Um Maybe you can, I don't know. I'm not testing it. um yeah, it's like super weird how they do it. But what was it going with that? All right. Mm-hmm. I don't really know what to ask because I also got that. I don't know. Hold on, let me. I forgot. I totally. I got. I'm not gonna lie. I took a bowl earlier. If you know what that means, then you'll understand why I totally haven't changed the name in like the past half hour. Um, let's see. literally how. Why can't I put debate in the title? Maybe I should go take over another room because it's getting pretty boring. Debate a conservative? Oh, hell yeah, dude. Exactly what I'm looking for. It's just my kind of night. Oh, I gotta keep it down because my neighbor is sleeping. All them other boys wanna wind you up and dick you down. Why is this thing forever to load? Only letting limbs off. Yo, this is like what I was made for, dude. We're gonna put in chat that we're lib.
600,000 to 1,000,000 annual abortions, okay, versus 1,200 to 700
Damn it!
deaths.
I don't want to do an abortion debate.
Okay, so if we compare those stats, it's clear that one is like way bigger than the other. So I think the top priority now for seeking to save human lives would not be the mothers, it's actually the babies that are getting aborted.
Why are we
right?
caring more about unborn lives than natural born lives?
No, I'm not caring more about if the stats were reversed and we had 1,000,000 mothers dying every year and we had 1,000 babies getting aborted, then maybe we could talk. But that's not what I'm saying. I value them equally. So when I see 1,000,000 babies dying every year versus 700 mothers dying every year, I know something's wrong. You know. And also, what is it, like 99% of abortions are out of convenience?
Wait.
99% of abortions are not because of some health complication. It's out of convenience, okay?
Yeah.
So, when you bring up health complications, that's the smaller
Straight up
when we look at the big picture, that doesn't
the
even
fuck
matter.
is this dude talking about 99% of abortions? Oh my god, dude.
And so, that's just straight up. I'll get to you in a second if you just give me a second. So, I want to ask you some questions.
Yeah.
Do you value all human life equally?
No.
That's interesting.
I mean, I feel like no one
you
does.
know who had the same response in the 1800s?
Okay, and I feel like no one deserves
It's
to
kind of
die.
crazy. What?
How is that kind of crazy?
Yeah, because you share the same view that Pro S shared in the 1800s.
Okay.
So when we recognize that all human life is evil, that's when we recognize that S is evil, and that's when we recognize that abortion is also evil. Okay? Because you cannot recognize that, who's to say that S is even evil in the first place?
But I don't understand why you're bringing up S. I'm not saying that some people deserve to be S's. You asked me.
Okay.
Do I believe all human
Yeah,
life
I
is
know,
equal?
but you're saying that all human life is not equal. The whole
It's not.
argument back when the abolitionists were fighting against S was that human life is equal.
Oh shit, we're up. It's just the two of us. Oh, nice. I was gonna say good. I did not want to talk about that subject. I hate talking about that subject. I don't know. How do you feel about our current president? Assuming you're American.
I'd say it's pretty good.
All right. In what ways?
Yeah, I mean, he seems to promote things which are moral more than other presidents. Of course, I do come from a Christian perspective, so that is why I would have those views. Now, he does have his shortcomings. I will admit that. I don't think the Iran war was necessarily the best move, but I don't think it's all on his. I don't think it's all his fault. I think he was fed bad intelligence, and he can't really help that. So.
I mean, I don't know if I would. I mean, personally, I don't really care whether or not he's like a moral person or not.
Yeah.
I'm focused more so on like the presidency, and like I don't think he's like really done a good job at like the economy. I don't think he's done horrible with immigration, and I also just don't think he respects like how our government works, and I don't think he respects democracy, and I think he probably should have been impeached for what happened on January 6th.
Okay, well that's in no way his fault. Okay. Also, when we look at January 6th, it is such a small event. It's so meaningless, like literally the most insignificant thing, and yet stuff like the Dearborn, Michigan riots, they had the same level of intrusion on federal property during the Dearborn, Michigan riots after ICE came in. The BLK Lives Matter, those riots were just as bad, and those are all left-wing supported. So I don't really care about January 6th at all.
I mean, it's cool that like those other things happen, but like we're talking about like something that involved the president of the United States, and like whether you want to say like he directly called them.
Okay, tell me how
Hold on, wait. Hold on, I let you talk. Whether or not you want to say like he directly called them there is like one thing or not. But not only was, I mean, he did so just so happen to have a rally on the day of the certification of the vote while he had been spreading misinformation about voter fraud and tried certifying false electors. And then on top of that, you also like you had all the you let him he let the violence carry on, was tweeting about it during it, was encouraging it.
Again, that's not his fault. So when
that's not responsive to anything I just said.
Okay, yeah, no, it is responsive. So when you put forth something like "go attack," that is your fault. But if you don't say "don't attack," that is not your fault. Okay, that's not the way it works. Also, I would need to see some sort of evidence that it is his fault. That it's he directly, intentionally caused that. I want to see that evidence, please.
Do you want like there's no like direct evidence, and that like doesn't negate my claim. What I'm trying to say to you is that he promoted what happened. I'm not saying hold on, wait. I'm not saying he's directly capable or directly culpable for the violence that occurred. I'm saying he had a hand in
violence.
I think at the very least he was partially responsible. Yes.
And where does his responsibility come from?
The fact that he let it continue for, it was either 3 or 4 hours.
Again, he would not be responsible for that, okay? Because he's not saying, if he said keep going, he would be responsible.
Why didn't he tell them to go home then? Why did it take him 3 hours for him to tell them to go home?
Whether or not he told them to go home, that doesn't mean he's responsible either way. You realize that, right?
How does that not make him responsible if it was his people coming from the rally he called, telling him, or going to the place they told him to go to, or he told them to go to? Like, how is it not his responsibility?
Okay,
he sent them there. He said, we're going to march down Pennsylvania Avenue. And we're gonna get the Republicans, the weak ones at least, to do the right thing. What was the right thing? What were they there protesting?
They were there protesting an invalid election.
An invalid election. Was the election invalid?
Yeah, it had lots of fraud in it, man.
No, it didn't. Every single case got shut down by the courts. Not a single one went through.
Okay, no, duh. No, duh, it got shut down by the courts, bro.
So there was no
We're
election
in a
fraud.
government. Okay, let's listen to this. Let's think through this. We're in a government that's built on high trust. We have just demonstrated that trust is not, like, it's not physically capable in our government, okay? And you don't think the government's going to try to disprove that? Of course it's going to try to disprove that.
Yeah, but we're not talking about the government. We're talking about individual state courts. Do you think every single... Hold on, wait.
Sure.
Do you think every single state is, like, conspiring to get Donald Trump to become the president? Or, I'm sorry, to get, like,
No,
Joe
that's
Biden to become the
not necessarily what I'm
president?
saying. Number one, they didn't have as much information out as they do now. They have a lot more information out.
Yeah, and there's still nothing.
What?
There's still nothing. And also, he, like, knowingly spread the thing about the Dominion voting machines.
Yeah, well, same thing with the libs, but I don't hear you're calling.
What do you mean same thing with the libs? He knowingly lied about the them rigging the voting machines. And then he propagated that lie on Fox News. And then they got sued for it because Tucker Carlson broke the secret. He's just like, I don't want to lie for him anymore.
Okay, so that would be justice happening, right?
I'm sorry?
Right? Justice has already took its toll on that then, if they were sued for that, correct?
Who was sued for what? What are you talking about?
Okay. So, okay, you cannot demonstrate he's responsible for it other than the fact that he did not tell them to stop, correct?
No, I gave other points too. I said he told them to go there as well. And told them to go there based on the fact that they were rigging voting machines, which was proven not true.
He told them to peacefully protest, though. He told them to peacefully protest, right?
And then they didn't. And then what did he do? He sat in his office,
okay, so
watched
he's not
it.
responsible. No, they disobeyed him, so he's not responsible.
You're jumping. Hold on, wait. You're jumping so quick. It's not like. I keep getting lost with this.
If he told them to peacefully protest and they don't listen to him, that's not his responsibility, gang. What are you talking about?
If you see what is it? If you see two people fighting like in the street, and you just sit there and like watch it, you could have prevented it. Like say you're like bigger than like both the people, like you can stop it. Then like you're gonna go and stop it if you can. Otherwise, you're letting that continue. I mean, it is when it's your responsibility.
But it's not his responsibility. He's not there to break up a fight. Okay.
Okay.
He's
Wait.
to promote
Someone in the comments brought up a really good point. Why did he pardon the people that were beating up cops?
Yeah, because that was all like a witch hunt, bro.
A witch hunt? They beat up cops. And they broke into the Capitol. The first person who was a Proud Boy, he broke through a window with a riot shield. How is it a political witch hunt? How is it a political witch hunt?
They were just trying to imprison their people, or imprison people of the opposite political views, simply because they were of the opposite political views. We see that kind of justice happening nowhere else, okay? They would not have done that during the BLM riots. They did not do it during the Dearborn, Michigan riots, during the ICE riots anywhere across it, okay? We only saw that happen during the January 6th, which leads me to believe that that is an abuse of power, okay? They're not going to uphold justice simply because of the justice. They're going to imprison people because they have differing views.
It wasn't okay. It wasn't because they what were they charged with? Differing views? They were charged with trespassing, breaking not every single one. I'm saying just like general charges. Trespassing was probably the main one. There's people charged with breaking and entering. There's people charged with assault on a police officer.
Okay.
And there's also people charged with sedition. So even if obviously Trump wasn't like a part of like the Proud Boys and the other planet. I wouldn't insinuate that ever. But like what I'm saying is like there was violence carrying on because of the lie that he had propagated like for months beforehand, while also trying to submit fake electors. And also the whole point like of him saying like we need to tell the Republicans to do the right thing. They're talking about Mike Pence because he's trying to make him choose him as the president through some like I don't know, really stupid like constitutional theory.
Now you're just deciding on intentionality, which you can't prove or disprove.
It wasn't intentionality. This is all proven. This is all dated. You can go and look it up.
You said that those words were intended for a purpose. That is intentionality by definition. You can't prove that those words were intended for that purpose.
Okay. So what does it mean if he says, if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore? We're going to try and give them, Republicans, the kind of pride and boldness that they need to take back our country.
Yes, I agree with all of that. Fight has been a popular political slogan. We must fight.
Oh, it's not, dude. It's not about the word fight. It's about the fact that he's lying about the votes being rigged. And even if it came out in the future, that's evidence that came out in the future that he didn't know. So that doesn't even matter. He was knowingly lying about the Dominion voting machines being rigged.
Well, so all right, man.
What was he or was he not lying about it?
You think he's lying?
He was.
I don't really know about the specifics of the Dominion voting machines.
Okay, so wait, well, so tell me, how did you know that he wasn't, or tell me that I don't know when you don't know about the Dominion voting machines? Like this, just so you know, like when you look this up later, you're gonna find out all of this. Like he was trying, not even the Dominion voting machines, but that one was a lawsuit from Fox News that Trump was telling people at Fox to push the lie like on their show that Dominion voting machines were like, there was shady stuff going on with them and that they were rigged to go for, they're tossing out Trump votes, or I don't remember exactly what they were saying. And the reason it got exposed,
how does that incriminate him? Okay, sure. Great.
Because the lie was coming from him. He was telling people to lie on behalf of him for his benefit.
Okay, sure. Okay, let's just concede that point. Let's concede that he lied. How does that prove that he's involved with rallying them up and getting them to attack on January 6th?
Because if he's been lying for months about elections being rigged and then calls a rally on the same day as the certification of the election, like, do those two things not have a connection at all?
So what you're leading me to believe is because he lied and because he also had a rally, that meant he wanted them to attack the Capitol?
Because he had a, hold on, because you keep missing very convenient pieces here. Because he called a rally on the day of the certification of the vote, which he, on that day too, they were trying to like turn in, I forget which two states, or it might have been one state, but like late electors, which obviously they're not going to take because it's late. Why would they take it? But like, it still hinges on like the other part of him trying to overthrow the government by trying to send in false electors, people that weren't like certified by the by DC or whatever.
Okay, sure, that's aside from the point. Show.
And also, like, I'm like I said in the beginning, like, I'm not trying to say that he's like wholly responsible for the violence. I'm saying he took advantage of the violence and propagated it, or let it rage on.
That's completely different from the other claim that I thought you were making.
Yeah, no.
Well, so then there's no impeachment charges that would be that could be lifted against him on those grounds.
I mean, I don't. I mean, yeah. I guess I don't know the exact like statute that it would be, but I'm sure there's got to be something for trying to submit fake electors to become the presidency. That's in some way overturning the government. I think that could qualify for. I don't. I mean, at least something. I don't. I probably wouldn't say insurrection. Wouldn't.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Well,
I'm like
I'm
trying to
pretty
clear my
sure.
throat.
Yeah. Here, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go and research that a bit more because I don't really know the specifics of it. Um, I'll try to watch a couple of videos from both sides on what the views would be, then and now, and then I'll make a decision. Okay.
Yeah, totally.
All right. Hey, good conversation, man.
Yeah, it was nice talking to you.
Hey, you too. Have a good one.
You too.